Hey folks, listen to the Pirate News Radio Show on Friday at 5:10 p.m. on WBCR Truth Radio 1470. Watch Pirate News TV every Friday night at 1 a.m. on Charter Channel 6, Knology Channel 6, and Comcast Channel 12 in Knox County. Visit piratenews.org to watch TV and radio archives of all Pirate News broadcasts and to watch live worldwide Pirate News TV. Survive to operate. Alarm red. This is not a drill.
Pirate News Radio, Pirate News Radio, Pirate News Radio.
Kilo 9, Fox Whiskey Hotel, number 459, Mexico, November 3, Oscar Charlie, check 73, Mike Delta Charlie.
This is the core, where we broadcast our pirate signal and hack to the Matrix.
Report out tonight that 24 years ago, I was apprehended in Kennebunkport, Maine for a DUI. That's an accurate story. I'm not proud of that. I oftentimes said that years ago I made some mistakes. I occasionally drank too much, and I did on that night. I was pulled over. I admitted to the policeman that I had been drinking. I paid a fine, and I regret that it happened. But it did.
If this were a dictatorship, it'd be a heck of a lot easier. Just so long as I'm the dictator.
That's just how white folks will do you. I'm Barack Obama, the Marxist professor. I spent the last 2 years of high school in a daze. I drank beer heavily and tried drugs enthusiastically.
Look, when I was a kid, I inhaled frequently. That was the point.
Listen, to be honest, after all the shit that we've been through, I don't know if we can trust our government anymore.
Trust the government?
Yeah.
Heck, I'm in the government. I don't even trust it.
Huh?
You don't have to believe in your government to be a good American. You just have to believe in your country.
Huh. Exactly. Exactly. Right.
That's just good shit, isn't it?
We interrupt this program with a special bulletin. This territory is now under martial law. All constitutional rights have been suspended. Stay in your homes. Do not attempt to contact loved ones, insurance agents, or attorneys. Shut up. Do not attempt to think, or depression may occur. Stay in your homes. Curfew is at 7 p.m. sharp after work. Anyone caught outside the gates of their subdivision zones after curfew will be shot. Remain calm. Do not panic. Your neighborhood watch officer will be by to collect urine samples in the morning. Anyone interfering with the collection of urine samples will be shot. trace elements at noon. Anyone failing to display the mandatory black velvet Mexican-style painting of President Quayle on their living room wall will be shot. Under provisions of zero tolerance and the Child Protection and Obscenity Enforcement Act, all property and life savings of suspected drug users and distributors of pornography will be seized and sold prior to trial. Cameras and surveillance equipment will be placed on all lampposts and streetlights. Anyone who fails to attend prescribed worship services on Sunday will be promptly arrested and dispatched to a re-education resort. Stay in your homes. Remain calm. The #1 enemy of progress is questions. National security is more important than individual rights. Sport broadcasts will proceed as scheduled. No more than 2 people may gather anywhere without permission. Use only the drugs prescribed by your boss or your supervisor. Shut up. Be happy. Obey all orders without question. Shut up. Consume. The comfort you've demanded is now mandatory. At last, everything is done for you.
Sunday, 12 a.m. Yes, this message is from Mr. John David Lee III. This is the District Attorney's Office in Maryville, Tennessee, calling you about your case. Just wanted you to know that that case is going to be dismissed today at 1:30 with costs to the state. You don't have to be there if you don't want. You certainly can be there. Give you so you can see it first. If you have any questions, call me. My name is Larry Holden, the NSADA's office at 273-5600. Thank you. End of messages.
District Attorney's Office, this is Sarah.
May I speak with Larry Holden?
Can I tell him who's calling?
John Lee, returning his call.
John Lee? Hold, please.
This is Larry Holden. How can I help you?
Yes, this is John Lee, returning your call from yesterday.
Yes, sir. I was just calling to tell you your case has been dismissed. Because it's dismissed without cost to you.
Why did you decide to dismiss it?
Well, just we felt that it wasn't, we just felt it was in the best interest of the public to dismiss it.
End of messages.
Hey, folks. Welcome to the Pirate News Radio Show. I'm your host, John Lee. As you could hear from the Blount County Attorney General, I have now won another case in Blount County Traffic Court. All charges for speeding were dismissed without one word being uttered in a court hearing. The DA was terrified to go up against me. The police were terrified to testify against me. The government witnesses refused to honor their subpoenas and refused to appear in court. Possibly because they were having a baby, but I'll believe that when I see the baby. So instead of granting a continuance, they just begged the judge for a complete dismissal of all charges. And the reason is, multiple reasons. I made multiple requests under the Tennessee Open Records Act, which apparently is far more powerful than any rules of discovery in a court case. I had gotten a speeding ticket, an alleged speeding ticket arrest on the Dragon while riding a motorcycle last year, and that case turned out to be extremely interesting. Turns out TDOT, Tennessee Department of Transportation, admitted in writing that there is no traffic engineering survey speed audit as required by Tennessee Code, which when they lowered the speed limit from 55 miles an hour to 30 miles an hour in 2002, they never performed this speed audit, which anytime a speed limit is lowered without a speed audit, that raises the death rate, which is why it's illegal to lower a speed limit without doing a speed audit. And a speed audit measures the average speed of traffic on a straightaway on a sunny day, in the daytime, not at night, not in the middle of a curve, not when there's police officers present. They even use a special radar speed gun to measure speed so that it's off frequency, so a radar detector can't pick it up, so they don't get any skewed results. And it's democracy. Whatever 85% of the people are driving, that's the speed limit. Anything slower than that increases the death rate and is not allowed. So the actual speed limit on the Dragon is officially 65 miles per hour. That's according to Tennessee Code, Tennessee Department of Transportation, Blount County General Sessions Court, Blount County Attorney General, and Tennessee Supreme Court. So the posted limit is 30, the actual speed limit is 65. Don't take my advice on that, don't take my word on that, do your own research, but go to my blog site, dragonators.blogspot. You can read the actual government documents that say all this, as well as the index to the Tennessee Code. Another document I received in this case was a road safety audit review by TDOT of State Route 115, which is US 129 in Blount County, in July 2007. And I am featured in that government report. My photograph is actually in the government report because I was there providing feedback, and 3 of my recommendations were adopted, which became part of this $1 million overpriced renovation of the Dragon, which was basically just paving some parking areas and painting lines on the road and putting up some signs. But all excellent recommendations. However, there were some police state recommendations in the safety audit which quadrupled the death rate because they were not performed in accordance with Tennessee Code. They were a violation of Tennessee Code. So one of the recommendations of this TDOT report was to ban all commercial businesses on the Dragon in Blount County. Basically just an 11-mile stretch of road where no businesses are allowed. Basically ethnic cleansing. Here's a quote from the report. The Tennessee Highway Patrol, THP, has decided to take action in eliminating commercial activity along state right-of-way in the project area. This enforcement is intended to disallow persons from taking photographs of vehicles and motorcyclists with the intent of selling the photographs at a later date. The THP contends this activity is a hazard to public safety. It is recommended that signs be placed at the entrance of each end of the state route advising this prohibition on commercial activity in Blount County. End quote. Now, they never did put the signs up, but they put 18 cops on an 11-mile stretch with $800 traffic tickets, all enforcing an illegal, deadly speed limit. So THP was committing felonies. Every time they made a traffic stop, they were committing a felony, subject to at least a year in jail under official oppression statute in Tennessee Code. Another thing that came out in this case, my case, was that the THP Trooper, Randall Huckabee, Sergeant Randall Huckabee in this case, admitted on videotape during the traffic stop that it's federal jurisdiction on the Dragon on the northbound lane because that's federal Park Service land, and that he admitted he had no jurisdiction to make traffic tickets. And this is the #1, Sergeant Huckabee is the #1 ticket writer cop on the Tennessee Highway Patrol.